How many of you have gotten into fights with your family or friends for days, weeks, months, or even years? Today, I'm going to tell you about a story when the time I got into a fight with my little sister for months. I stopped talking to her, and before I was able to make it right with her, she was brutally murdered. Today is not guaranteed and tomorrow is not promised, so don't sweat the small stuff because you never know when you're going to see that loved one again. As human beings, we all get into fights with our family and friends. It's normal. But before you're ready to cut them off, ask yourself, is it really worth it? Because that could be the last time you see them again. I'm qualified to talk to you about this because I made the same mistake, the biggest mistake of my life. I stopped talking to my little sister over something petty, and God called her home before I was able to make it right with her. I live with guilt every single day of my life because of this. I want to tell you about this big mistake because I want to hope to prevent you from making the same mistake in your life. I want to help to prevent you from living with guilt every day of your life if possible. And I want to teach you never to take your loved ones for granted. First, I'm going to describe the picture tattoo. Second, I'm going to tell you a story about the picture tattoo before finally describing the moral of this picture tattoo. First, I'm going to describe the picture tattoo. I have my little sister's eyes, beautiful blue eyes, tattooed into butterfly wings on my lower left leg down here. Below the butterfly wings with her eyes in it, it says, "Rest in peace, Brittany, 9/11/91 to 10/25/13. Underneath that, there's a quote from the Bible, Matthew 5:8, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Now that I've described the picture tattoo to you, I'm going to tell you a story about the picture tattoo. In 2013, I stopped talking to my little sister for months. I stopped talking to her because she was dating our big sister's ex-boyfriend, and I'm dead against dating friends, let alone family's exes. I don't think it's right. My little sister also was heavily involved in heroin, and I was dead against that because it ripped our family apart. The last time I spoke to her, she was on her way down to Six Flags from Ridgecrest with her friends and asked if I would go because she wanted to see me, and I told her no. Shortly after that, she was brutally murdered. And her murder was all over the news. Her name is Brittany Matheny. It took place in Ridgecrest, California, where her boyfriend was shot in both of his arms. She was shot in the head with a shotgun, and two people that were in the trunk of the car were also shot. That day, she's the only one who died other than the man who murdered her. The cop shot and killed him on a pursuit. At her memorial service, I made a big poster board with a lot of pictures of her. The one we had in the very center of it was the one I chose to tattoo her eyes into the butterfly wings, and it's her looking up like this, and so she looks up at me every single day. And also the city donated a memorial bench with the quote, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God," so I added that to the tattoo. Now that I've told you a story about the picture tattoo, I'm going to tell you about the moral this taught me. Not a single day goes by that I don't think about my little sister. I live with guilt every single day of my life. So from this, I learned never to take my loved ones for granted. I learned not to leave the house angry and to make up with my loved one before I leave, because that could be the last time I ever see them again. I reminded myself and I learned to love with all of my heart and not to let little things get in the way of our relationship. I really hope that you can learn today from my mistake and not let this be you, because this kills me and eats me alive every single day. Don't sweat the small stuff and forgive, because that could be the last time you ever see them again. Now I told you about the moral about this picture tattoo, let's conclude. First, I described the picture tattoo to you. Second, I told you a story about the picture tattoo, before finally telling you the moral this picture tattoo represents. I hope you learn the moral to never let petty things get in the way and not to take your loved ones for granted, because you never know when God is going to call them home. Next time you get in a fight with family and friends, make up, because it could be the last time you ever see them again. Thank you guys and have a great day. God bless you.